Alright, so yesterday I jokingly made a reference to the movie Amistad with my girlfriend. And since she was born in 1996, she didn't really get the joke. And being the excellent older boyfriend that I am, I decided we needed to rectify the situation. And we started watching the hit 1997 movie Amistad. Now, in case you're not like 100% familiar with the plot, because it's been several years, here's a synopsis from Wikipedia. Amistad is a 1997 American historical drama film directed by Steven Spielberg, based on the true story of the events in 1839 aboard the slave ship La Amistad, during which Mende tribesmen abducted for the slave trade managed to gain control of their captor's ship off the coast of Cuba, and the international legal battle that followed their capture by the Washington, a U.S. revenue cutter, which is basically like an old-timey Coast Guard ship. Now, a very important early part of the movie is like after they take control of the ship and commandeer it, there's two Spaniards left alive. I don't know, they might be Cubans. There's two dudes who speak Spanish left alive, and they're allowed to live on the condition that they navigate the ship back to Africa, because like nobody on the ship knows how to use a compass. And something I noticed is there were Muslims aboard the Amistad. And like somehow they knew which direction Mecca was. In fact, you can see a scene where like the main protagonist kind of like realizes that something's not right when he like looks at all the Muslim people on board like bowing towards the stern or the back of the ship. Because if Mecca's back that way, that means they're heading away from the homeland. I don't know. I think this is kind of a little bit of a plot hole. Because if they didn't have, like, if they didn't know how to use a compass, they could have just used, like, the Muslim people aboard, and then, when just told them to just wait until they prayed. So anyways, this kind of brings up the question, of, like, were there Muslims aboard the Amistad? Because it is a drama. And how many, like, Muslim people from the historical past could find Mecca by the stars? I mean that's pretty cool. I was a Boy Scout, and I kind of imagine like, if you know what a Bedouin is, I feel like that'd be kind of like a cool like rite of passage if you're like young and Bedouin, and they like blindfold you and they take you out to the desert, and and they spin you around, and they're like, find Mecca. That's cool. Like, astronomy's cool. Let's look it up. Were there Muslims aboard the Amistad? Let's see. Okay, so I did some web searching, and I'm not sure if these are like traditional Muslim sites or kind of like Black Islam sites, because it's kind of like two different kinds of Islam and stuff, but apparently a lot of people believe that they're Muslims aboard the Amistad. So that kind of like brings the point, you shouldn't have like the Mende people have just like gone back towards Mecca. I don't think they should have trusted those Spaniards. Yeah. Also, Amistad also like had the saddest Civil War reenactment scene. Let's take a look. Alright, so I don't know. That's not how a battle goes. So let's look at it in slow motion. That's the saddest excuse for a bannerman It's just some fat guy. He just turns back. Guys on the right just fall randomly. No bueno.